song with The Office where it's like, you recording already? Goddamn.
I'm gonna cut it out, don't worry.
Eh.
Anyways, guys, welcome back!
Hi.
It's been a while. I do gotta apologize. We had to do some personal stuff, and I forget what happened last Thursday, but last Thursday it was my brother's graduation, so I wasn't able to do anything. However, we do plan on coming back and try not to delay these anymore because, I like to do these. Andrew likes to do them as well.
Mm-hmm.
And, without further ado, this is just our
Mailbox Thursdays.
Mailbox Thursdays, but, it's only our opinion.
Yeah.
We're not professionals. And if you guys actually have anything to say or any input for the folks who write into us, definitely feel free to leave a comment down below. Oh, God. I think I'm starting to turn really, really English here. I have tea with me today.
It's good tea. What is that stuff called?
I don't know. Acai mango something.
Is it acai or is it acai?
I don't know. Who cares?
Something like that. Something berry.
Who cares? Anyways, so our first question of the day comes from Oliver, or I guess Crab. What? Okay, so recently, I've started to like this girl. She made me feel really great about myself, and it seemed like she was interested. After what felt like an age, I mustered enough courage up to finally ask her out, but she said she wasn't looking for a relationship. Next thing I know, she's telling me that she's got a thing going on with another guy, and that she'll never see me more as than a friend. Should I try and convince her that I'm the right guy for her? Because she's pretty much the dream girl for me. I know you'll probably say plenty more fish in the sea, etc., but look at it from my perspective. All I ever wanted was to make her happy, and I really feel she'd be happy with me. Oliver/Crab.
Okay, now, I chose this question this week for a very, very specific reason. We have gotten hundreds of emails. I'm not even joking. Hundreds of emails of people asking exactly the same thing. I really like this girl, and she didn't want to go out with me, or she broke up with me, and I really like her, and I'd be really good for her. How do I win her back, etc., etc. Now, my advice is don't try to win the girl back, okay? All these questions are kind of actually terrifying. Because if a girl says no to you, or she says, I just want to be friends, it means she's not interested in you. I'm just gonna cut y'all right down. I don't even care how mean it is.
This is textbook.
This is
case of
textbook that movie.
Friend zoned.
That's not. I had so many problems even with friend zone. You don't even know. This is basically like that movie. She's just not that into you. I'm sure not many people have actually seen it.
No,
it's actually pretty decent.
Sounds boring.
It's got some smart messages, and the message is, if she says no, or she's avoiding you, or she's, if she's like, I just want to be friends, or if she's
so the big message is just she's just not into you.
Yeah, she's not into you. You cannot win a girl back.
Lower your voice. Okay.
I'm just saying, it makes me really pissed off because every girl has the right to say no, and if a girl says no to you, there's no reason why you should be attempting to win her back because she's made her decision. Chances are, if you try to do something to make her happy or win her back, or you think that she'd be so happy with you, chances are, it doesn't fucking matter because she doesn't want you. I'm sorry, but that's how it is. It's really, really, really rude and silly and actually kind of, what's the word I'm looking for?
You're scaring me.
I'm not scaring you. Okay. Girls, here, I will tell you what it was like for me. I've had people, when I was in high school, tell me that they liked me or whatever, and I didn't like them back. And then they would try and, do all kinds of nice things for me, and, try and prove that they were, so awesome. And that just makes us really, really, really uncomfortable. Because if we're not interested, we don't want you treating us all special like we're your girlfriend or something, because we're not your girlfriend. We're just your friends. And that's all there is. What's that saying? Friendship with a girl is not like a vending machine. You can't just put coins into it and expect sex to come out at the end. Okay? If you have friendship with a girl, you have friendship with a girl.
Whoa.
That's all you have.
You're saying there's sex vending machines?
No, I'm actually in Japan. Not the point. Anyways, it's really rude of you to try and win somebody back. I mean, they've made their decision. What the most you could do for a girl, if you really like them, even and they don't like you back, is respect their decision to say no. Okay? That's what you gotta understand here. You shouldn't be calling a girl or, like, serenading her outside her window or doing all kinds of nice things for her or inviting her over to dinner or doing all kinds of, like, really creepy, well, it is creepy, boyfriend type stuff with someone who's not your girlfriend. It's just weird and creepy and we don't like it and it makes us hate you. So don't do it and stop asking us these questions because I will never ever give you advice on how to win a girl. Okay? Sorry. Tough love from Andrea today.
I don't even know what to say anymore because you're just like going on and on.
I've been waiting for this question for like 2 weeks, okay? Anyways.
Well, just like Andrea said, you can't really do much. Just respect their decision, Just be friends with them if that's the case. I mean, don't be anything more or less, just...
Yeah, if you have stuff in common, chances are you could be really good friends. Just try not to expect too much, and if the feelings won't go away when you're hanging out with them, then separate yourselves from them until you can start hanging out with them without feeling like that. That's all you can do, because you just have to respect these girls that you like, okay, or boys, or whatever. For anybody.
I like these. These are like Mailbox Thursdays for Andrea. You basically say everything that I want to say, like the whole issue about respecting is what I was going to say there.
Well, I was talking about this with someone the other day. Did you see that thing about that guy who, his girlfriend broke up with him, and he's like on a train with a sign, trying to like convince her that he's like, trying to get people to rally with him to sign a petition to win her back. Did you ever see that?
No.
It's like, why would you do that? First of all, the girl must be incredibly humiliated, because like and they're like, oh, well, she said no, but I know she wanted to say yes and I just have to convince her. It's like, no. If she says no, you have to respect the no. It doesn't matter what she might be thinking inside her brain. You don't know what's best for her. You have to respect what she says as fact and truth. And doing anything otherwise is just humiliating and uncomfortable and not very fun. So, please, please, please don't be a dick. Anyways.
Jesus Christ, your face is goddamn red.
I'm angry!
Anyways, let's try and move on to a different one here where Andrea hopefully won't...
I think all the rest of the questions are really for Alex today. That was what I wanted to really touch on.
So the next one comes from Dan, and he says, he says, but then asks, okay? I feel stupid just saying he says. Anyways, he asks, ever since I was younger, I have been teased about my size. It's not that I'm fat, it's because of how tall I am. The last couple of months have been really difficult in blocking them out. I normally try to avoid hurting people, but it's getting hard to show restraint. I was wondering, how do you deal with difficult/annoying people? I don't know. I've never been teased about my height, but I know that I've
really?
seen, not.
Lots of guys got bullied in my high school for being too tall or whatever.
Well, I mean, like,
younger.
it's...
beanpole, just being called names and all that,
See, you have the advantage here. You can try and be intimidating, because you have, like, that height advantage. That's what I've done in the past. Like, I mean, I've gotten, like, not, like, teased to the point where I was like, this fucking sucks. It's just, I don't know. I just try and be intimidating.
Did you just embrace it, I guess, and use it to your advantage?
Yeah, basically what I did is, I just kind of joked around with it. I went up to short people saying high five who couldn't reach me, and then the kids would laugh at them. Yeah, that's basically everyone for me, because as some of you guys know, I'm 6'4".
And I'm 5'5", and Alex does that to me all the time. Hey, Andrea, high fives. It's like, you know what?
But I mean,
kick you in the knees.
This really shouldn't just be about height or anything. It's, just straight up being bullied in school, and the only way you can do that, I guess, is just kind of, if you have like a school counselor, you could talk with them and see what you can do. Obviously, in high school or anything like that, it's kind of frowned upon to quote unquote tattle. But I mean, like, if it's becoming unbearable, you have to do something about it. You've been teased in high school, haven't you?
Yeah, I was teased because of my weight in high school. Well, all through school. I was a, how do I say this? An easily picked on kid. I was very soft and fluffy and a delicate wilting flower when I was younger. And I didn't deal with it very well. I mean, now I know how to deal with it, but back then it was
How do you deal with it?
Well, it's tougher in school, though, because
oh yeah, of course,
kids are so cruel.
Kids are amazingly cruel, and especially if they have, like, a big group of friends that gang up on you. But I mean, like...
Yeah, the only problem is like, there's lots of ways you can deal with it, but there's always that element, like, there's always that fear that you could be physically bullied as well, which is the danger here. But generally, if you're not dealing with psychopaths, it's just being confident. Like,
yeah, that's
exactly
what
what Alex did. Own it. Own your tallness. Own your fatness. Who gives a shit?
Stand up straight. Stand up tall. Be proud. Don't let anyone get to you, man. Just be who you are.
Yeah. Everything they're saying to you is because it's just you're either really insecure and you want to make people feel bad about themselves, or you're just following the flow of everybody else, which is also really, stupid.
If you really get down on it, and down on, from people bugging you, just remember this. A lot of girls find tall guys attractive.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
But yeah, man, just, you just can't take everything to heart. I mean, it's high school. If you have friends, you just hang around with them. Try and avoid talking to those people. With me, the way I avoided a lot of people is I listen to music, but I don't think they allow people to listen to music in the halls anymore nowadays.
Oh, no?
Well, that's what I did. That's why I've never really dealt with, people getting bullied, is I just kind of avoided everyone when I was in high school just by listening to music, reading books, or whatever, Reading books, I don't do that anymore.
Reading. Well, I don't know. Maybe we'll go more into bullying some other time, but generally it's just, use it to your advantage. Try not to let them get to you, and
don't resort to violence either. That's the worst thing you could possibly do.
Remove yourself from the situation if you have to. Even if they're like, oh, what are you doing running away and calling you names for leaving? Well, at least you're being the bigger person and not hurting anybody.
Because in the real world, fights are more retarded, suffice it to say, in real life. I mean, you have nothing to show for it.
And as soon as you graduate and you go into the real world, the workforce and university, none of that shit will ever fly even a little bit. You cannot do that kind of thing in a workplace and not be fired for it. It just doesn't happen. If someone is harassing someone else, that's it. They're done. So, keep in mind that high school is not forever too.
Mm-hmm. The only issue I have is it's hard buying shirts for me. Anyways.
We'll do another episode on that.
The next question comes in from Will. Okay.
You got to read 2 already. Okay. I'm a freshman in school and am looking for some advice on friends. I have a few friends, but a lot of them seem to see me as just acquaintances than friends. They don't really treat me as friends all the time and often dump me if they have plans with someone else. There are no other people in my school who I'd like to befriend. Most of them are jerks or not really into the same things as me. So I was thinking about making some friends online. The only problem is how. I want to be friends with people in the same way that you're friends with people like Beef and Etho and Badge. As far as I know, you guys have never met IRL, yet you still Skype with them and laugh and have a good time. I want to have friends like this online too, but I don't know where to meet people. Do you know of any good MMOs where I can meet people, or websites? I don't want to meet like a pedophile though. Thanks if you can give me any advice. Well,
the best way to get involved is just join a community. Like for me, the first thing I did before I even started off my YouTube channel is I created some online profiles for places like Minecraft forums, and then that's how I kind of met Vex. And you just gotta be forward with them. You just gotta talk with them. Obviously, the way I've made friends, and I'm going to go to different people other than Beef, Etho, and Badge, is one of my best friends who I actually met playing Call of Duty. As some of you guys might know, I am a huge troll, and these guys were trolling on this guy because he was being a complete douchebag. So I kind of joined in on them, and they started laughing and everything, and it kind of just escalated. And, you just got to find people who have, a similar interest in that.
Or the same sense of humor.
Same sense of humor, just, like I said, same interests. And I don't know, I see...
I think it's easier online anyways.
Yeah, actually. It's so much easier online because, the way you are, the very first thing you started talking about is you don't have any friends. The thing is, I don't have any, many real friends in my real life as well. I only have Andrea and basically Joey. And, if I can look back and say I have, one amazing friend, Joey, and my awesome girlfriend here, Andrea, I'm happy with that. But yet, I do have friends on Skype and everything who I have the privilege and, the honor to talk with every day. But the thing is, you just gotta... Just find people who have the same interests. Just talk with them. Just don't be too strong. It was awkward at first when Beef and I started talking. I was like, man, you have a beautiful voice. And then he kind of got turned off by that. But
really?
No.
No.
I don't know. If you find someone on World of Warcraft and you realize that you're having a really awesome conversation, don't be afraid to ask if they have anything like Skype or...
Yeah, or force them to do it. I've done that to a friend of mine that I met over Tumblr, and great friend. excellent, you know? It's just, if you're having a good time together, chances are they'll feel the same way too. Like if the mood's really good when you're talking, and like, you know, it's very likely that you could talk outside of the game or whatever. Plus the very fact that you're in the game, or whatever it is, the website or whatever,
shows that you have something in interest already.
Exactly. You already have something in common. There you go. First thing done. So it's likely that you'll have more in common as well. We tend to be kind of similar people.
And this kind of goes towards other people as well. Like, don't be afraid to send people messages on YouTube. I mean, I right now I'm kind of avoiding the ones saying, "Hey, can you do this with me? Can you do this with us?" It's because I'm really busy right now, so I'm not trying to be a dick to you guys.
It's guys, he barely has time to eat dinner with me. Okay.
But yeah, just, you know, try and get involved in communities. Don't be afraid to talk to anything. Don't be a dick. Don't be like a huge asshole calling people fuckheads or something like that. Yeah. You won't expect people to really join in on you unless you really want a huge trolly friend there. But
yeah, hold yourself back just a bit when you first start talking to people, and don't be afraid to talk to them first, because lots of people are shy too. Mm-hmm. You know,
even over online. You know.
Mm-hmm. So. Good luck, though. I'm sure you'll find some friends. It's, you know, once you get into something, you'll find somebody.
Mm-hmm. And I guess this one's more for Henry here, because, well, Nick asks, here's my question. I am 12 years old, I live in Britain, and my mom and dad split up 4 years ago. I'm still in high school. I'm having trouble getting over my dad leaving. Can you give me some suggestions on what to do? I'm really bad at this, because I've never dealt with any friends who had any split parents or anything like that, so I'm going to leave this to Andrea.
Yeah, I think I did choose this question. Okay, so, my parents split up when I was young. That was a long time ago, I can't remember when. I think I was in grade 4? I don't know, grade 4. I was very young. And then they got back together again when the year I turned 12, I think. And then they ended up splitting up again. You know what? I can't remember really well exactly all that happened, but I do remember what I did. My mom was really concerned about the state of my brain, I guess, when they split up and everything, because I started acting really funny. Like, I started getting basically depressed when I was that young, and sort of started spending a lot of time with myself. I mean, part of that is just I'm an introverted person, but it was like a bit too much, even for, you know, an introvert. And I got really, really moody, and I was really, really broken up about it, like crazy broken up. So my mom put me in counseling, which is, if I have to say anything besides birthing me and raising me and, you know, paying for me all the way until I was 18, that is the best thing my mom has ever done for me in my entire life. Because I think if I had never done that, I don't think I'd be so well adjusted as I am today, you know, as far as things go. So,
and just, I want to touch base on that. We mentioned this whenever people talk about stuff like that. Don't ever be ashamed to take up counseling or seeing a therapist or anything like that, you know?
Yeah, they're trained to listen to you. You know, it's no shame to go see a counselor. They're trained in all kinds of different situations, how to deal with, you know, lots of them specialize in specific things too. Like, I went specifically to a counselor who dealt with children, and she mostly dealt with children who had problems with, like, parents that were split up and stuff like that. So she was very specifically suited for kids. And also, we were very, very, well, poor when I was younger. Like after they split up. And so we actually found a place that was non-profit. So you could either pay if you could afford it or you'd give donations and stuff. And it was excellent. Like, I think I went to her for 2 years, I think. And it was amazing because I had, it must have been when I was 10 and 11, I think, or 11 and 12. I remember that. Because, I used to have crazy, crazy anger issues. I mean, like, God only, like, I was teased as a kid too, so all of this helped with that as well. But I mean, like, I was really angry all the time, and I don't think I ever felt guilty. I wasn't one of those kids who thought it was, like, their fault. I mean, and just so you, like, divorce is never the children's fault, ever. Ever, 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 ever. The marriage is completely a different thing from the relationship between parents and kids.
It's cliche to say it, but it's absolutely 100% true.
Yeah, it's never your fault. It never ever will be. Like, so don't ever worry about that. Like, it's not your fault. I mean, they may fight over issues that have to do with raising you or paying for you or whatever, like, afterwards, but it's not your fault. It's just them trying to figure out how they're going to, you know, pay for everything and get everything done and, you know, choose how to meet in the middle ground and everything when it comes to raising you. But it's not your fault that if they end up fighting about stuff like that. It's not they're fighting about you. They're fighting about money, or they're fighting about time, or they're fighting about other things. It's not you. So, yeah, if you can, your best bet would be to, like, if you're in school, you can ask to see a school counselor. They're very good at that. Or if you're comfortable with talking to your parents about it and asking them to take you to a counselor, that's what I would definitely suggest. Because they may be your parents and they may love you, but they don't know how to, they're not trained to listen to you like a counselor is. Counselors listen, and then they basically get you to talk about it, and they can help you go through all these issues and get out the anger and get out the sadness. And sometimes even you can get into group therapy too, where you talk with other kids who have the same problems. I did that, and it was amazing. So don't be ashamed.
I don't know what type of situation you are with your dad. I don't know if you guys are on talking terms or not, but I mean, like, nowadays, conversing with people is easy. I mean, you have phones that don't cost you money, especially at your age. You know, you have the internet, and if he does, there's things like Skype that you can, like, use a webcam to see him if you really want to talk to him. So, you know, don't be afraid to talk, you know.
Mm-hmm. Like, if your dad's gone and it's like a situation where you don't talk to him, you know, that could definitely leave you feeling abandoned, or, you know, or angry or upset. So in the end, I think this sort of thing, it's the best just to see a counselor. It really is. It's very important.
And I think that's it for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Again, we're going to try and be a bit more consistent. I know for like the past 2 weeks it's been kind of on and off, but I was really busy there. But I just want to say again that if you guys have any suggestions that you guys can leave the people who sent in the mail, definitely leave them in the comments down below. And any last words there, Andrew?
Yeah, and when you email us, make sure in the subject line it says Mailbox Thursdays. Anything without a title or without a subject line will be deleted immediately. We'll not even read it.
Yep. Anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this, and we shall talk to you later.
Bye. I'm not saying it.
Peace out, Girl Scouts. My girlfriend sucks.
You suck.